So yeah. I mean, there are a lot of NA teams now, so hopefully, you know, PattyMac is a solid player, and we'll see someone a team pick him up, whether it's a team like Exxon or Cosmos or Archangel or Alpha X.
Well, that in mind, here in the bottom left-hand corner of the map on Ice and Chrome, which I'm still wondering where the Chrome is, we have our teamless player. It is the Blue Protoss. It is Dr. Patty. His name's just Dr. Patty, so PattyMac, you know.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Ice and Chrome LE, we have the American Zerg player representing Alpha X. It is StarKiller. Is that a 12-4?
Oh god, again another one? Did he just like see the last game and he's just like, let's do it? Fuck it.
Oh god. So this is honestly IMO, this is what I would expect from StarKiller. StarKiller did this a lot yesterday. Like, I don't know what's up with StarKiller recently, but he's been incredibly cheesy. Oh, and PattyMac will go for the probe scout. This time though, the wall is not on the high ground, it is here at the natural. PattyMac sees it. He knows. He sees Elise coming out as well. Oh my god.
What the fuck was that?
What? There was like a nuke. What just happened? Wait.
What did he...
Wait.
Huh?
Wait. Did PattyMac just cancel the pylon, throw down the Nexus, and then cancel the Nexus?
There's no way, right? No, it says the unit lost only 25.
That was a huge explosion.
Fuck? Aww.
What was that? Can someone clip that? There was like a nuke in the natural of StarKiller. That was crazy.
From Taco Bell.
Oh god, and PattyMac has... Oh no, he gets surrounded!
Oh, it's surrounded, but there's another Zealot at the wall, so that's... So PattyMac has that secured, but is that Zealot? Nope. Not quite, but this gateway's getting pretty low.
He gets surrounded! Oh god!
Zealot doesn't survive. The gateway's going down.
The death comes out.
Gateway's going in. The probe saves the day. Is there gonna be another cancel and a giant fart? We shall see. I guess not.
I guess not, and there we go. PattyMac does hold the warp prism. The shield battery did finish up, and I was curious about that. So ET, shout out to ET, he's in the chat. We were casting him earlier. PattyMac named himself Dr. Patty because Ryan changed his name from Dr. Ryan to just Ryan. He's protesting ?
I thought he was talking about Dr. Disrespect for some reason, and I was like, what?
Because, yeah, for the longest time, Ryan was Dr. Ryan, but now he's just plain old Ryan, for some reason. Yeah, I don't know.
Did he just give up his, like, MD or something? Like,
I don't know if he was sued for malpractice. I don't know if he's still a doctor, if he's not a doctor anymore. But anyway, the game is gonna go on. The 12 pool didn't really do much, but StarKiller droned up behind this.
Yeah.
Should have
brought the drones out. I'm just saying, you know.
yeah. I don't know what to make of this game now. Like, StarKiller, the 12 pool didn't really do anything. He killed 2 zealots and forced his opponent to be defensive. But yeah.
But Stargate is the way. Oracles are being built. It's going to be a cancel and a Phoenix. We'll shall see. Probably not. Spore Crawlers going down for StarKiller. And it's just going to, guess, be a quote-unquote standard game-ish.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, StarKiller is behind economically. Like, StarKiller's still down in workers, only just now starting or getting his third base underway. So, PattyMac is looking pretty solid this game. Obviously, because there are spores on the way, we'll see how much damage these oracles can get done. I mean, like, I don't know if PattyMac was watching, but last time Nina went oracles, Nina killed like 13 workers. It was something crazy like that. It was.
To be fair, Nina killed like 4 drones with her adept start.
This is true.
It's very big brain. There's one.
There's one? Yeah?
There's one. Uno!
Uno indeed. And yeah, so far only 2 oracles. We'll see how much more damage can get done. I mean, either way, like, oracles are pretty solid, you know, for scouting purposes, for tagging armies, trying to figure out, you know, when army moves out across the map and things along those lines. But yeah, again, like, PattyMac's looking pretty good.
It's like PattyMac is gonna do some kind of push. Something's units coming out in the middle of the map. Adepts going into the natural, and oracles going into somewhat support, passing the natural, going straight into the main. These drones are pretty unprotected. Pew pew lasers have been activated, targeting the layer, which
what is it to defend?
I don't know if you have enough time to light, but I don't think that layer is gonna go down anytime soon. Finally targeting down some drones. 7 drones finally go down. Pew pew lasers have been.
Oh my god, is PattyMac gonna get the layer?
Get the layer?
It could. Like, what is there to defend? Like, Lings and 2 queens? Like, Adepts, they're gonna chip away at this. And, like, that's what I was saying, where this entire game, StarKiller has just been droning up, trying to catch up. And because of that, StarKiller just doesn't have an army. And we do see the shade complete. And it looks like eventually these Adepts will get cleaned up. But damage was done.
No drone kills when those Adepts shaded.
Yeah.
You're cool. Blessed. You know, I guess he's not so precise, so he can't be a doctor.
You gotta just stop, right? You know, you can't just go for it whenever it's there. You gotta just calm down.
Misclick Halluc Colossus from Dr. Patty. Probably just meant to make 1 Phoenix just to scout around, but you know, scared off the Zerglings, I would say.
Ooh, at the same time, does dive in with these oracles, gets another 3 drone kills, which is quite nice, and yeah, goes in for a scout. The lair is still at half health. We'll see if that comes into play. We'll see if maybe gets sniped later on. But StarKiller did end up holding, is still at a decent worker count, and is finally working on his roaches.
With that economy, I don't know how well this is gonna turn out.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, StarKiller's been battered, been bruised, and needs to have like the most insane engagement to get back into this. I would also say, like, maybe if some harassment damage was done, but PattyMac is looking pretty solid defensively.
You can, never mind.
You gotta try again? Stop.
I had one and I bit my tongue and I was just like, nah, I'm not gonna say it.
Oh god. Save it for the finals.
Oh, Ravagers are being made. It's a pretty decent push from StarKiller. Let's see how far the galaxy he's reaching for this this win over here.
Anyway, we do have Lings trying to surround the Immortal, but there's a War Prism there, so the Immortal should be fine. The reinforcements get caught off, and this Roach Ravager just gets almost completely surrounded. Oh god.
Y'all Protoss players need to learn how to split, because those biles. Oh, okay, that was good.
Ooh, that was
good catch. Pick up with the War Prism on those Archons. Dodging biles. These Ravagers, Roaches and Ravagers trying to kite Zealots. I thought those Zealots were probes for some reason. But yeah. And yeah, StarKiller, no damage done so far. Like PattyMac able to secure his 4th base, looks like, and pushing out to do a little bit of damage, maybe. Possibly.
Yeah, I mean, like, StarKiller was the one who pushed out, and like everything was completely cleaned up. Because of that, PattyMac has the freedom, has the control to take this 4th base. Meanwhile, StarKiller, I mean, like, luckily, I would say for StarKiller, like, PattyMac is backing off and then, you know, just macroing up. So StarKiller does have this time to breathe, to drone up, to hopefully get a 4th base. Like, StarKiller is so far behind in terms of bases. I would almost like want something crazy to come out, like even like a Spire or like a Swarm Host or something, right? Playing this straight up with Roach Ravager is gonna be so difficult to pull off.
Yeah, it's very true. Some kind of like harassment unit would be very good for a StarKiller, just to be able to like just do something at least. You know? Slow down the Protoss, so get more breathing room. Being a base behind against PattyMac is going to be really hurtful for StarKiller. Not going to be able to get as many units out because of the lack of larva, and even the income for StarKiller is terrible.
Yeah,
terrible.
It's one way to put it. It's pretty bad. And I mean, you know, a lot of that has to do with the opener. A lot of that has to do with the, you know, the Adept Harass afterwards as well, right? Like, StarKiller is just really hurting economically. But here we go. There's a lot of Red Ravager here, and there's only 2 Immortals. Oh god, but there's so much
good amount of storm. Oh, good. Got a good amount of those High Templars with those Biles. And, these storms have to be money, which are pretty good. But we'll see if the rest of PattyMac storms can be the same as those ones. A lot of these Ravagers are softened up, but the Biles are landing, killing off High Templars.
Oh my god!
Fucking StarKiller, you better be yelling out, you know, LeBron after shooting out the Biles. But yeah.
Oh my god! At the same time, the lair goes down and. GG.
Man, StarKiller just got macked on.
Wow, that was honestly, the Biles were really impressive. Like at the end of that, there was only 1 High Templar left. Like the Biles were amazing. But at the same time, there was the war. I was curious where the War Prism was. The War Prism was across the map. It was in the main base, and the lair was already weakened. It did end up going down to those Zealots.
Yeah. Man, that was brutal. Those storms were really good.
Yeah.
Except those Biles were way better.
They were. Almost all the High Templar got sniped by the Biles.
Like that was disgusting. Disturbing even.
Oh, okay. It's like we're ready to go, and we're going to be on Everdream, so are we going to see another 12 pool?
Yes. I don't think so.
You think so?
Everdream! Everdream though! I don't know, but you know, we're in Everdream LE, and we have our blue Protoss player on the top right corner of the map playing for themselves. It is PattyMac.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Everdream LE, we have the American Zerg player representing Alpha X. It is StarKiller.
Was that an extractor trick?
I don't think so. No, yeah, it was. It was.
Trick.
Yeah, it was. It was. That's why he had 15 out of 14 supply for a moment there. And yeah, going for a hatch first. I'm proud.
Not a 12 pool? Man.
Yeah, no early pools this time. StarKiller playing this, or at least opening up a little bit more standard.
I was really praying for that to be a hatchery.
Yeah,
my prayer answered.
I was keeping an eye on it. I was like,
blessed StarKiller making hatchery in the natural.
Yeah, but it will be dealt with. We'll see if he can get the Evo off.
Don't taste me, bro. Don't taste me, bro. Oh, just kidding.
Okay, so it does get dealt with. Obviously, there was a lot of lost mining time there for PattyMac, but at the end of the day, that's kind of what it's meant to achieve. We've seen Miyamika do this so many times against Probe, where Miyamika 3-0'd Probe. Every single game he went for a proxy hatchery, and like the proxy hatchery, it never finished. Like it was just, you know, to block the Nexus, and that's all it was for, and like sometimes that's all it needs to be. Yeah, we'll see what happens from here.
Why is he oversaturating his main? It's so odd. He literally has a natural and he just pulled all his drones back into his main.
I think he's just afraid of this adept, right? Like I think he isn't confident that he can protect his mineral line, so he just pulled everything to the main.
Zerglings will come out just in time, right? Like he even pulled the drones in his gas into his main. Like he stopped mining gas.
Yo,
like,
Adept's
got speed and gas, and he's just like, you know.
Adept's that's pretty terrifying, right? Just saying.
Yeah, but he's got links and Queen now. My guy. See now, like.
Yeah.
He's not even transferring.
He's not transferring. Was this a mistake? StarKiller, please. What's happening?
Get passed away.
Oh god.
There's 2 adepts. Oh, no, just kidding.
Meanwhile, PattyMac did go. StarKiller did go for his Overlord Scout, so he did see that, you know, there was a Stargate opener. Oh. Shout out to Liberth. No, Liberth? Liberth. Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. Really appreciate it. Hope you spam those ducks. Of course, we have a duck emote. It's great. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. Quacks in the chat.
And that's great. Like, have you heard of Twitch Prime?
Well, tell me about it. What?
Yeah,
do tell.
You have Amazon Prime. You can link it with your Twitch account. You get Twitch Prime. You can subscribe to any channel for free.
Oh, for free?
For free.
I apologize. Oh god, but we really do appreciate it. We also provide replay packs to our subscribers, so if you want to see some of these crazy games, especially coming out from these players, all the 12 pools, then of course you will receive those in the coming days. And yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, so far this game has been pretty passive, other than of course the oversaturation from StarKiller. Like, he hasn't lost too many workers, which is definitely an improvement from last game.
Yeah, StarKiller getting all gases 3 and 4, 2, 3, and 4 now. So maybe a roach push looks like coming out.
Yeah, we'll see. Like, he's got all 4 gases. He's getting his lair as well. His lair feels a little bit late though, so it could be a roach push. We could see a spire being thrown down later on, but oh god, the oracles are diving in.
Pew pew lasers are great. You know, the oracles are still alive, which is surprising.
Would you have used the stasis ward? Yeah.
Nah, I think I would try the pew pew laser. But following those Zerglings is a good idea. But those are a lot of adepts coming in with the oracles to back them up. Probably gonna spawn in the main. Pew pew lasers have been activated once again. Zerglings, what are they gonna do? Queens are trying to fight the oracles, but the Zerglings are just all cleaned up. The roaches are now left. There's only a couple roaches. The depths being shaved at. shifted out. So how many drones was that? Like 3 drones, something like that, and then like a buttload of Zerglings.
Yeah, all of the Zerglings were cleaned up by the Adepts. That was actually like a pretty good trade there from PattyMac. He did this same push out last time, you know, going in with his Oracles and Adepts, Oracles to support, but this time StarKiller had Roaches to, you know, push the army away. Last time there was just nothing but Lings, and that's when the Adepts just got into the main base and started chipping away at everything. So this time StarKiller was a lot more prepared. Like in general, in game number 2, StarKiller is playing this a lot more solidly. But he is down in workers. He hasn't lost too many, but he's been spending a lot of his larva on these units, and we could be seeing a big push out. Like 5 overlords are on the way, like more roaches on the way as well. As you were saying, like he could just be getting ready for like this big push out instead of getting a 4th.
I think he's gonna push out when roach speed finishes, trying to just build up as many roaches as he can right now. It was unfortunate to lose all those Zerglings, because all those Zerglings could have been very helpful, but you know, less Zerglings mean more roaches, and more roaches means, you know, win, right? Yeah. Unless they got immortals.
Roaches are pretty good. There are 2 immortals. A 3rd one is on the way. There isn't too much sentry energy, so the force fields will be kind of minimal. I say that, but a couple more do get warped in, so there's a decent amount of force fields here.
I feel like StarKiller needs to group up all his units together. It can't be staggering, but force fields are pretty good. They're denying the pathway. Files are coming down. Good dodging from PattyMac here. Shield battery overcharge gets denied instantaneously. And it's just sentries and immortals versus roaches and ravagers. Zealots do get warped in, but I don't think not enough of them can handle all of this.
We'll see. I mean, the immortals have stayed alive this entire time, but the biles are so good from StarKiller. 1 immortal goes down, the other one's gonna get focused down as well. I think StarKiller may just have enough to clean up.
Oh man. 2nd immortal's down. Last immortal's trying to kite its life away. Probes are being pulled from the line. It goes down. And so biles on all the probes as well. That was disgusting.
18.
19? No, just 18.
Jesus Christ. I need like an instant replay. How many probes went down to those biles at the end? Jesus.
He can't help you now.
Oh god, so even though PattyMac does hold, like I feel like that was a pretty good trade for StarKiller. Like he reset the immortal count, killed all the sentries, killed 18 probes.
Man, he's really reaching.
If people didn't hear that, he said he's really reaching for the stars.
I didn't say anything. I don't want y'all to lie. That's a terrible pun. Why would you make
Milk? Why did you speak up when you say things like that?
I didn't say anything. Talking about me.
Oh god.
More roaches coming out for StarKiller, and I feel like it's okay, but I feel like a second, maybe a higher tech should be dropped down.
Yeah.
Maybe Hydras or even Aspire. Fuck it. Why not?
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I would like to Aspire, to be honest. To be fair, like because StarKiller reset the immortal count, I don't mind like continuing on with this army composition. I do think that the 4th base was pretty late though. I feel like this should have been thrown down a little bit earlier, as the push or just after the push ended. So yeah, StarKiller not taking as much advantage of his like economy as he could be. Like, you know, PattyMac is still ahead in workers, but yeah, we'll see if the second push, if the second round can deal even more damage, as this time, you know, part of PattyMac's army is across the map in this War Prism instead.
Yeah, the supply difference is kind of insane, favoring StarKiller. And there's Archons and High Templars in this group now, so we'll see how much different this is gonna make. I don't know if the shield battery overcharge is up or anything. I'm not exactly sure, but that's 1 storm does go down. It's pretty good. Zealot drop in the main, getting a few.
He's pulling him back.
Holds him back, and it's not that good thing. StarKiller, you should be going and focusing the attack, but
And
More
even,
zealots warping in. Oh god.
yeah,
He's gonna lose that money pool. I think
yeah,
he's gonna lose that money pool.
oh no, he doesn't target fire. He could have killed the spawning pool, but he was on a move, and yeah, this was a bit of a mistake from StarKiller. He pulled his entire army back home, and you were pointing it out, like StarKiller was ahead in supply. Like there was definitely an opportunity there to just keep pushing in, but PattyMac, he was able to hold on, had plenty of storms in reserve, and pulled StarKiller home. Damn.
Oh, damn. Well, Doctor PattyMac getting ready for the second drop, but StarKiller's playing more defensive now and trying to protect themselves from any kind of drops, any attack that's coming out so far, which gives the opportunity for PattyMac to expand, get his 4th base.
Yeah, and
which has been pooped.
Speaking of 4th bases, like this is what's worrying right now. Like StarKiller threw down his 4th a while ago. It hasn't been droned up. Like he's still behind in workers compared to PattyMac. He just hasn't been focusing that much on his drone count, and now it's PattyMac's turn to push out across the map.
It's a lot of Archons, a good amount of High Templars with a decent amount of Storms, and a lot of Zealots as well. See how this fight goes. Zealots charging in, Biles being shot. Who's gonna have the better split? That's the question. Fight's having Storms are somewhat decent. Roaches have been walking back into the Storms. StarKiller's Biles aren't connecting like they were before. But Doctor, I keep calling him Doctor. He's not a doctor.
He's not a doctor.
Mac. He's the patty. All right. He's just the meat patty from Macca's. All right. Like nothing special about it, but his storms aren't connecting as well either. StarKiller is just constantly keeps walking back and forth inside the storm, but that's it.
Yeah,
Christ,
and now we've gotten to the point where you were talking about it earlier, where you would have liked to have seen StarKiller tech up. He's been stuck on this Roach Ravager for far too long now, and he just can't engage with this army. Now PattyMac, he's just pushing out across the map. StarKiller, he's going to be coming back home after denying that 4th base, so looking to maybe try and sandwich this army, but I don't know if he has enough supply here to really compete with the Protoss.
Storm's got to be money. That's a money storm right there. Biles do fly down. They don't get any kind of connection. That Oracle has just been pew-pewing away at things coming left and right like all day. Jeez, getting those Biles were money. Getting at least 2 Archons from what I saw. And and all those Zealots. Ooh. That's gross.
Yo, StarKiller is on point with these Biles. Like he's
he's reached.
Yeah, it's actually really impressive the way he reaches for the stars.
I would go that. What is wrong with you?
What is wrong with you? But he bought enough time. I don't know if you noticed that entire time StarKiller was pulling the army back home, was trying to buy as much time as possible for these lurkers, as well as the lurker upgrades. Like Hive is done, lurker upgrades are on the way as well. So finally StarKiller has this higher tech army, but StarKiller is contained to 3 bases.
Does PattyMac have an observer? Is he gonna be able to see these lurkers?
He does have an observer. He does have the Oracle, right, for Revelation in case he needs it. Oh boy. There it is.
Now sees the lurkers, Revelation on the lurkers. He's like, oh shit, that's a lot of lurkers. And what's he gonna do? He's gotta get he's getting a fleet bacon for Tempest. I hope Tempest. But that means there's gotta be no attacks for a while.
Yeah, like it's so difficult to push into lurkers like this, like the defensive position and going up the high ground, but it looks like there may be an opportunity here for PattyMac.
Storms were pretty okay, not doing too much damage. A lot of the roaches have been soaking that up. The lurkers are just throwing spikes away. All those Archons fucking destroyed. Oh my god.
Yeah, and I love all the static defense here in the main base, so it's kind of difficult for these Warpins to really do too much damage at the same time. Ooh, nice Revelation, but the army here isn't really ideal to fight lurkers.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not. By the time they reach the lurkers, they'll all be dead.
Yeah, like there's just so much AoE here in these lurkers. But at the end of the day, what PattyMac's doing is just containing. Like he's just containing StarKiller to 3 bases. As you pointed out earlier, we do have a fleet beacon on the way, or finished actually, so we should have SkyToss on the way pretty soon. And once Tempest or Carriers come out, like StarKiller, there's just not that much hope here for him. Unless he tries like counter-attacking with lurkers, like, ooh, we have Vipers. Yeah.
Oh, comes armies from north and south. PattyMac decide to split up, but lurkers are just too good. He can't do anything. Can't enter or no, I mean you can exit, I guess, but you can't enter. You know?
can't find a way into this position, and we're getting to the point where StarKiller is starting to mine out a little bit. Like the minnow patches are getting lower and lower. He's oversaturated on all his bases. It looks like maybe now he'll finally be pushing out, and like this is a pretty good opportunity for him. Like the SkyToss hasn't started. Like there are 3 Stargates on the way, but I don't think there's anything in the air right now.
Dude, I don't see any Tempest. I don't think there has been a Tempest. I feel like PattyMac hasn't made like a unit in a while, which worries me.
He's just been maxed out for too long.
Yeah, and so StarKill's taking this opportunity to set himself up, throwing lurkers here and there, zoning PattyMac from coming in. But PattyMac is taking this opportunity to go and attack with a part of his army, taking out the natural and doing damage to the 3rd. Jesus Christ. Archon just walking into the lurker spines left and right, and it hurts a lot and it's disgusting. But is PattyMac gonna be able to save his main base?
Yeah, there's a ninja base here already for StarKiller, and it looks like PattyMac will be able to clean up everything across the map, but he hasn't scattered it yet. And oh my god, does he have enough? Oh, he may. He has enough.
Does he?
Only 1 lurker remains. That's it. That's the only thing keeping StarKiller's army together is that 1 lurker. And oh, one of the storms does get wasted.
Oh, get that Archon out of there. Good feedbacks on the Vipers. No more Ducks will be able to be casted. And yeah, it's just that 1 lurker that's scaring off PattyMac. It's like a...
Like what?
I'm not finishing.
Like what? What is it? What is it, Milk?
I'm not saying anything.
Meanwhile, across the map, everything's being cleaned up. I mean, StarKiller does have that ninja base, so it hasn't been spotted quite yet, but the main army... Oh, the lurker gets tagged!
He gets tagged. All the units go down, and GG! Man, I guess you could say that PattyMac is the Mac Daddy.
Yes, you could say that PattyMac is the Big Mac.
Guess you can say that StarKiller went... I don't know. I don't fucking know, dude. I don't fucking know.
It's like you could say StarKiller.
Big Bang? That doesn't work.
I don't want to take the one in the chat. The one in the chat's really good. Shout out to
I know. Like, I saw that one and I was just like, I can't say it. He's already said it.
Yeah, it's too good. What do you want from us? Like, it's great.
Go to the raffle. I'll be right back.
GG, well played. And PattyMac advances to the finals. We said it before going into this. We called it PvP finals. PattyMac versus Nina. And before we get into that, we have a raffle to set up. So normally I have hold on, I have to interact with this scene. Normally I have my co-caster like Phil while I fill out the raffle, but yeah, we do have a participation raffle for this tournament. What that means is that anyone who played today in this week's tournament will be entered in a raffle, and they have a chance to win some extra prize money. This includes the finalists as well. So Nina as well as PattyMac have a chance to increase the amount of money they're going to make by winning this as well. It is completely random, and it can even go to someone who got knocked out in the first round. It's done to like just support or incentivize participation, as well as, you know, not just paying out to the best in the tournament, but also, you know, to people who may have just not made the cut. It's really cool that OSC do this. They do this for a couple of their tournaments. I don't think they do it for all of them, but yeah, it's just something that they do. As I just fill out all of the names, we have 23 players today, so only one will come out with some extra money. And oh, you're back? So, okay. Here we go. Alright, the raffle is ready. The players have been inserted. Here we go.
You think StarKiller just got so flared?
Did you go just to think about that?
Oh, I actually went and I used the restaurant. I was thinking about it right now. I was like thinking like I should make up another pun, right? Who's our winner, Light?
Congratulations to Destroyer TT.
Nice.
Destroyer TT, of course, being a Peruvian. I think he's a Terran player or a Protoss. He's one of the two. He's actually a pretty good 2v2 player. For those of you who tuned in to last Speeder 2v2, which we actually casted, Destroyer TT, I think he teamed up with Chaos Fate and they made it pretty far. I know you don't remember. I know you don't.
I remember the tournament. I don't remember a lot of players.
I know that what you took away from that 2v2 tournament was arepas. I know that's...
Hell yeah, it was. What else would it be?
God damn it.